Oh my fucking. Oh, they're on my head. They're on my fucking head. They're on my head. Let me turn this shit off. Disable preview. Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna watch this tomfoolery panel.
Host Tom. My name is Tom Foolery on YouTube. I go by Tom Foolery Show.
His name is Tom Foolery.
And Facebook. We're gonna take a second and go around the room, allow everybody to introduce themselves.
Okay.
Everybody, who you are, where you're at, and where you're streaming from. Smith, why don't you go first?
Kick.com/Ninja Mortis.
On YouTube.
Oh,
fam. Everything I'm Real Smith, but mainly YouTube. And currently, I'm making a video about the Destiny report. So I want you to. I don't want that to be blindsiding you, Destiny.
Oh.
So I just want to.
Anything to keep the dream of me being a rapist alive. I fully support you, okay?
No, I don't.
A rapist. He thinks he's a rapist.
Smith. Wick, go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Wick TV. You can find me on twitch.com/WickTV. You can also find me on Kick at Wick TV and
.com/TV.
Awesome. Base FCZ.
Well, that's exactly right. You can call me Zerus or Ziku if you want. Been on YouTube for a minute. Talk about relationships, social comment.
Thank you.
Why the fuck would you put occult shit in your fucking title if you don't want to talk about occult shit? Fucking
I make
loser.
video essays and I stream all about everything and anything to do with society. So primarily relationships.
Awesome. Warren.
Ooh, sacred.
Laguna. You can find me on Twitter and YouTube and
It's Twitter. It's a guy.
I do a lot of interviews, but I also do Judge Judy type show.
Judge Judy. Oh my god.
Review type stuff.
Ah, really?
What is a Judge Judy
What is
type
this?
show? Like, do you actually?
What is this? Oh my god. I can't.
Oh. We kind of try to, but we don't want it to be too serious, which is kind of a difficult.
You're too fucking loud.
People who actually genuinely dislike each other.
Why are you yelling?
To take it to actual court.
Oh, that's weird. Kick court.
It's a hard.
Jerry Springer.
Well, I went to law school, so I'm trying to keep it actually.
Sure you did.
As possible, and like let people actually, if they have an issue with somebody or think that they're lying, accuse them of defamation, accuse them of harassment without actually dragging their ass to real court.
Drag their ass to real court. What's going on here? Why aren't there?
Okay, cool.
She's not saying anything.
Hi, I'm Destiny. I talk about politics and philosophy on YouTube.
Why?
YouTube and Kick.
Is everything so fucking laggy?
All right. So first, we'll go ahead and go over some of the rules. One, when I speak, please stop talking. I need to be able to moderate. I'll be pretty liberal with interruptions and fights, but when I jump in,
loser.
If people continue to talk, I will also be liberal with the mute button. Secondly, we have a twist to the panel. It's called
Twist.
shootout because each person has their own shootout pass.
Shoot
Each one of you
out.
starts with the pass. Whenever you want to use it, you just yell out shootout. We'll stop everything.
Shoot
everyone
out.
will be muted, and you pick one other person that you get 3 minutes to have a debate with. It's 3 minutes of playtime.
Oh,
So
interesting.
just yell shootout, and then we will stop everything.
Shootout.
The two of you to have a back and forth for 3 minutes. The person that you choose also loses their pass. So when you use your pass, you lose it, and whoever you choose will lose their pass. By the third round, if we've got
Interesting.
a lot of passes used, we will put a poll in my chat and allow one person to get one pass back. Outside of that, we will go over
Interesting.
each topic before we start the topic. We'll allow everybody to do an intro and an outro to each topic. Try to keep it below a minute so that we can get through things quickly.
Try to keep it
We don't really have
casual.
hard caps on the panel nor on the topics, so we'll try to allow the content to flow if it's there. Do we have any questions?
How long is
before we
this
start the first
video?
topic? Awesome. All right. Topic
The
number one.
fuck?
Should we discourage sex work? And should people who do sex work be stigmatized? We'll
2
start from the
hours.
bottom and go up. Destiny, will you go first with your intro, sir? 1 minute.
I feel like when it comes to things like
Oops, that's not what I meant.
sex work, I feel like discouraging or encouraging are strange ways to look at it. I feel like instead we should just have an honest conversation about what the pros and cons of sex work are. If you do sex work and you're young, obviously there's the cons that nudes of you might exist on the internet forever. Some people want to associate with you, and you might have some trouble securing jobs in the future, but the pros might be you can make theoretically more money in 2 or 3 years, and you'd have the ability to make for the rest of your life. It just really depends. Much like DARE failed because people were unwilling to grapple with the actual pros and cons of drugs and instead thought they could just lie to people about them and discourage them forever. I think that just lying to people and discouraging them about sex work forever and saying it's all horrible and it's all evil is just going to lead more people to it, and it's not a realistic way to confront the problem of maybe people jumping into it too early without being fully recognizing all of the potential cons.
True.
I agree with a lot of that, but I do want to define sex work and then because sex work I wouldn't necessarily include OnlyFans. When I think of sex work, I think of just prostitution. I don't think of
Prostitute.
however,
Will you die?
as what Destiny said as terms of discouraging, when he was talking about having a useful conversation, well, that conversation is legislation. And when we're talking about discouraging sex work, I don't think it should be federally.
Why?
I think that should be a state by state issue.
What is this fucking lag?
And, however, if I were in a state which would have it on bill, I would probably vote to outlaw it because I don't think that sex work is a positive thing for society.
We hear somebody.
My
Hey,
internet's even plugged in.
Fucking piece of shit.
Apologies.
That mechanical keyboard?
Yes, I usually have to talk on Discord, but because we're not, and you guys can just hear me type.
Did you have anything else, Lauren? No? All right. Kidology.
No, I don't think we should discourage sex work. I think the only reason why we are obsessing over it now is because we are conflating sex work, prostitution.
Prostitution.
The only
Aye.
reason we care about it now is because women have greater autonomy over their financial means via OnlyFans, and suddenly this is.
Why? What is this fucking lag shit? What the fuck is going on right now?
And to their detriment. I think in terms of sex work, it hasn't necessarily changed greatly in terms of numbers. It ranges
My
from
fucking
1%
stream is
to
lagging the
2%
fuck
in the
out.
Western world, which is not significant
You
enough for
just
people.
kill that
I think
shit.
we need to change the socio-economy.
Socio-economy?
Women who are
Okay,
prostitutes, the majority
is
of
that
them
is
are
that
single
good?
mothers with children to support. So yes, I think it's about improving
Hopefully
the
that's
wider,
good.
socio-economy and making it more family-centered.
Socio-economy.
Discouraging sex work. You're not going to get anywhere with that.
Thank you, Kidology.
Thank you, Kidology.
Yeah, I think that sex work should absolutely be discouraged. However, I would say that
Discouraged.
I don't think that any young lady
What
or
am I
young
supposed to
man that
do
would participate
here?
should be mistreated as a person.
Reject
However, I do think that the profession,
shrine?
if you can call it that, should be discouraged from people. I don't think that it's a good path
What
for
am I
the
supposed to
person
do?
themselves, nor do I think
Reject
that it's gonna give
Lilith
them
at
any
her
great
secret
within society.
shrine.
So, as far as
Wait, do I
their
need to go in
treatment should
here?
be stigmatized, I would say yes. I do think people should have
Reject?
the right and ability to discount
Do I need to
relationships
be
with these people.
here?
And I think that sometimes businesses should be able to avoid business with these people as it may
no?
affect their image. However, again, I would
Is
like
there a
to
no?
maintain these people shouldn't be mistreated. They shouldn't be insulted or harmed. But I do think that the profession
Follow.
should be extremely
Not
discouraged.
assigned.
Thank you, Base. And Wick?
Yeah, so it's real
Okay.
simple, right?
Christ.
None of us.
Of
here,
course.
maybe think that you
I got this.
prove me wrong.
Dangerous
but that we should mistreat
stranger.
sex workers. But when we talk about sex work, it's such a broad umbrella, and I was saying in this before we started officially, that it's really hard to deal with as a broad umbrella. Prostitution is in walking the streets.
Am I the dangerous stranger?
OnlyFans, not
Or are you the
necessarily,
dangerous
right?
stranger?
I would consider both types.
Oh
of sex
no.
work, but I think society.
Why is
I'm going to set the legal.
why is my
legal
thing
side doesn't influence
not
me as much,
connecting?
because I think that we can
Hello?
culturally
Did I get kicked off?
influence these things without using
What is
the
happening
law,
right
and
now?
that in many cases we should. And so I think while I would discourage things like prostitution as in street walking and things
Investigate
like that,
what?
I don't have that same prescription for things like OnlyFans. So it really depends what you
Okay, I guess
Alright.
that's
and
fine.
Alright, I see sex work as a gradient, and prostitution is going to be the most extreme. I
Gradient.
think it should be discouraged, but the lesser you get on the gradient, the less
Discouraged.
the less sex work you're doing. But I think regardless, I think what you're doing, like with OnlyFans, for example, like,
Investigate
that
the
it empowers
heretics
women in a way
cat.
that they haven't empowered before, but it empowers them by
Where?
playing into the de facto sexual objectified
I see
role
no
that they've been given in
heretics.
society. That they, and so
Oh,
by
there it
playing
is.
into that to an extreme,
Wait, where
it's
was
almost
it?
like it's like the red pill solution. Well, if they're making a lot of money, then this is like the best thing they should do. And red
I
pillars are right
just-
about a lot of shit, but that doesn't mean that it's the best way to be. And I don't think that we should advocate for it. So that's why I discourage
Where
it.
the fuck
I also
is
think
it?
that it causes a chilling effect on relationships in society, and I think that the prevalence in small
God, I just
sex work like
did I just
OnlyFans
not click
is
on it?
contributing to the loneliness and the incel epidemic.
There it is.
Awesome.
Oh,
Alright. I'm going to go ahead and throw it over
is
to
that it?
Base to kick us off for the open discussion. You're muted, or we can't
Uh-oh.
hear you.
That's my bad, yeah. So
There
I'm
you go.
kind of against all of it in principle. So that would go from street walking. Quite
Who the fuck
literally,
is
to
it?
OnlyFans as well. I think the first thing to open up with is a lot of the times what gets a lot of women, and we usually focus this conversation on women because it's usually them doing it. But
Why can't I
usually
click
gets a
on
lot of women
this?
to, sex
Where
work
is it? I don't see
mental
anything.
health issues, or it's some type of distress going on in their lives. Like they need money, they need help paying for something, and so the path to getting into this is usually nothing.
Fuck! These motherfuckers are gonna keep spawning
And
and
I only say
shit.
usually because I could be wrong, but overwhelmingly it seems to be the case that either they're trying to pay for their family, they might be trying to pay for college, or they might have some different mental health issues. I have some studies I can probably pull up later in the discussion, but as a start, usually what starts women into this path is nothing good, and I'm just only being gracious to say perhaps someone can show me the good that gets women into this profession.
I would actually be really interested in seeing anything if you can find
Alright,
it.
go.
Because I tried to look at this earlier, and it seems like
What
the
is
idea that women that
fucking
do sex work
going on
have
right now?
broken families or have daddy issues, that seems to be completely based in myth. I haven't seen any actual.
You're the
like,
dangerous
study that
stranger. I'm
shows
playing.
that,
Listen
like,
up.
oh yeah, women that do this
Yes.
have a higher likelihood to have, adverse
I'm
childhood
loose.
trauma or any other type of thing. I'd be curious. To see
Yeah,
if
but
anyone
I haven't seen any studies that said that they've only had ever good life. Anything good did come from this.
Yeah,
the
but
study that I do have does actually show that they are in a higher risk of having mental health issues in the first
That would
place.
be weird. That would be weird if the case that every single woman who went into sex work has a good life. That would be weird, and it would be something that would give me pause, and I would want to know why.
Well, sure. Our
I have a
null
question for you.
hypothesis would be that they'd be just like normal people,
Yeah.
right? And then we could
Okay,
divert from
I'll
that.
go
We
to
probably need
this
some kind of
fucking
data, right?
shit works.
But I had a question
I
for
would-
you actually, Dace, if I may.
Wait, really quick. I think there's probably a really high correlation with the desire to be validated by men. So I would say that would be that's all.
That could be
sorry.
part of it. I mean, you could table that into the mental health issues.
I mean, that's
Again,
literally every woman and every guy, though. Every guy also wants to be validated by women. I don't think that's a mental health
that
issue.
might be the that might.
I
Be
mean,
Okay.
Yeah. But when it comes to doing sex work, usually these people are more prone to anxiety, depression, low self-esteem. It's
No.
if you need, I can.
See,
I can,
okay, there it is. Fuck. That shit wasn't showing up.
That jobs and things should discourage and you even be able to fire someone or refuse to hire someone who's engaging in sex work. And I don't know if I agree with that. I think that someone who
Okay,
is engaging
now.
in, say, OnlyFans, for example,
Go over here.
I understand that it could be
Get off
disconcerting,
of
right?
me!
You know that a teacher, for example, someone who teaches kids, has an OnlyFans. But I don't know if I'm okay with the education system or a company firing someone simply because they found out they had an OnlyFans, especially if the person is being discreet, especially if the person isn't, doing anything in school or in their job that would suggest they are, but simply to have an activity, that a side hustle that you're doing outside of your job, I don't think that should be grounds for you
You
to be
think
fired.
that for private institutions, like private
It's fucking so boring. Fucking. How would you just say the most obvious shit? Who cares?
Just like, I think that it is immoral to fire someone for that. If that makes sense.
perhaps, but no. Well, go ahead.
Aren't most private schools, they're usually based in religion, and most religions would discourage from publicly sexual activity or encourage sexual activity.
Religion
And
discourages
so
all
let me,
sorts of-
Thank you.
right, so like let's say you found out that one of your employees was doing something that you found morally reprehensible, like
It's
taking
morally
dogs or beating
reprehensible.
women, you know, and you fired him, and it's like, okay, that's your moral reprehensivity, but someone
There's a
else's
difference
moral
there.
reprehensivity.
Morally
There's
reprehensible.
a positive difference between doing something that I find reprehensible that's actually hurting people, right? That's like kicking dogs or beating women.
Okay, how about eating
It's on a
shit?
different level. Eating shit.
What?
Yeah, because that would be offensive.
Eating
If you knew
shit.
someone around you was eating shit, then you'd be like, you'd
Eating
look
shit.
at them different.
Yes,
right?
I would, but I don't think I would fire them or be comfortable firing them. I would probably want to get them help and bring them to someone that can actually help them. But
I think when it comes to the stigmatization of like sex work, nothing really happens in a vacuum, right? You can't really fully separate yourself from the job.
Oh no, it's one of these. Oh god.
Gonna have on other people. So let's say you are a teacher and you're doing OnlyFans, right? You can't just simply say, well, I do this at home and there's no effect it's going to have on
I do this shit at
They
home.
find themselves going
Bruh.
online and accessing that through like a leak that may happen. Like it might be easy to say, well, this is paid
Isn't it
material,
without
but
effect if it does get leaked
that,
to the
that could be the case.
for
The
example-
problem is, you probably shouldn't, just as a first mover, even allow this
Damn it.
to even allow these students to disrespect their teacher by finding their name.
The disrespect.
And then you don't want the school to be associated with
What if the leak
this
is
negative
done
view to
because
begin
you
with.
sent? So what if it wasn't OnlyFans? And if your problem with this is that kids can find naked pictures of their teacher. Say
Naked?
someone, was a teacher.
What if they found the naked pictures?
And leaked her nudes online that they sent privately one to another, and this is now a thing. Do you think the
That
teacher
wouldn't
should be
be sex
fired
work.
for
It
that?
happened
No,
to
that
my
wouldn't be
friend.
sex work. But that
Yeah,
wouldn't
but
be sex work.
the,
though.
but
That would
the
be
problem
revenge
is
situation,
the
though.
same.
But I don't
the
think it's the
problem
same
is the
situation.
same.
Oh my
Different
god.
No, it isn't. I'll tell you
Like
what.
kids are seeing naked pictures of their teachers.
So you
Naked?
would say literally they're viewing this, right? But the difference is
Literally
that you
naked.
had a breach in trust versus a commodification of sex, right? We're talking about like the themes and things that are going on.
But that doesn't matter.
Okay,
Like
okay.
objectively,
Well,
we
it
have
does
the same
matter, actually.
situation. No, wait, no, it doesn't
No, it
because
does.
it doesn't matter why you do it. If the kids, so you're a teacher, it's not a good. I don't think it's a good situation if you're a teacher. Like I don't think I agree with Wick. You should not be fired for being an OnlyFans worker. Like that seems it probably some way shouldn't be acceptable, or I don't know, it should be illegal. But I don't think if you're a teacher and your students find your nudes and stuff, that's not tenable. Like I think
You
that
trying to hit
that's
me,
something-
motherfucker?
And it doesn't even matter why.
You wanna
I think
go,
that maybe like
bitch?
the school should try to like relocate you to another school or something. But
Well, they probably
it-
would actually.
Relocate
That's,
'em.
First and foremost, the school district usually does
Like
do
a
that.
fucking
But second,
animal.
It still doesn't change the fact that when you look at the profession, like you're not just having nudes leaked of you, of which, like again, a breach in trust. This is a profession that you're going into, which can encourage other people
Damn
to
it.
also follow behind you, or encourage, you would say,
Oh,
sex.
God,
That's
do I
an
need to
avenue that shouldn't
oh,
really be
okay, I
allowed
gotta
for
go up
teenagers
here.
for their teacher in the first place. That's what I would say. I would say that
I just do not see, right, the distinction you're trying to make. between
Right,
the two situations.
right.
I
I
understand that
don't
money
know why they
is
gotta say
not
right all the
always
time, like they're looking for validation or something.
But I do not think, right?
You know,
that,
right, right,
Simply, we talked about
Right.
stigmatization. That's the whole topic here, right?
right.
I do not
Right.
think that someone deciding to make
This is what we're talking about, right?
keeping
Right,
and making
guys?
every effort to
Right?
keep that private
Right?
should be stigmatized. If
Right?
that's
Why
the
are they
point,
keeping it private though if there isn't a
because
stigmatization?
just like a lot of other activities,
Right,
if you find out
guys?
to do
Right?
it,
We're
right,
all
they're
cool,
looking at it
right?
differently. It might be
Right?
absolutely wrong to do it.
Oh my god, right?
Okay, yeah, but the thing is, so
Fucking
let's say
right?
that you are at school. It's just we are open about this, and it's part of society. This is the chilling effect I was talking about, and someone just messaged me about this because they were watching it. But it would mean that like young teens, especially young teens, like people with young bodies, they would see their body like a cash cow. And
Young
you
bodies.
know that your friend is a sex worker, OnlyFans person, and now you had a crush on them and you want to have a relationship with them. But now that you see their
Right?
sexuality and their sexual attention is a transactional thing, the way you're going to go about their sexual attention or in the way that relationship might look in the long run is a totally different thing. It would totally devalue all your other relationships.
Yeah, but I think we have to engage with reality at some point. The reality is, if you are a woman, you can sell your body. No matter how you try to sugarcoat that to kids, like that is a reality that has probably been in existence since
True.
cavemen were trading stones with each other.
That might be the case,
So
but
if,
we
well, I'm
discourage.
just, so I'm
negative
saying
things
we
all
can.
the time.
I'm just saying it to pretend that we're
The
never going to talk
fuck?
about it, or like we don't want kids to ever see that. Like that is a reality, and that
Hidden
argument. Not to say that anybody here would make that
cachet.
argument necessarily, but like some people will stretch that argument all the way to school is just a training ground for
Hey.
capitalism. Students are taught that they need to sit in one place for
A
8 hours
training
a
ground
day,
for
work on
capitalism.
homework, just like they'll be working
What
in
is
office,
this?
like a little drum when
Basic
they grow up.
skills
I don't think it's a
speed.
compelling argument to say
Critical
if a kid sees
strike.
something, their brain is automatically fried. I think that the argument needs to
Burning
be more sort of getting up
enemies.
to the pros and the cons, rather than
Garbage.
thinking you can turn a blind eye to something when the internet is out here and everybody can see the reality of things.
I'm
Well,
not saying
the
that their
ultimate
brain is
blind
fried. I'm not
art.
saying their brain is fried though. I'm saying that if you know that
Your
your
brain
friend
is
a sex
fucking
worker,
fried, bruh.
You see them different.
It's
And, like, if
fried.
you had a crush on them, now the way you're gonna engage with them, like to try to engage in a relationship, now it's like, well, why do I have
Tick-tock.
to pay
The
them?
ticket, the
And
tick,
all
tick,
of your
tock, and you
relationships
don't
will be
stop.
much more transactional and less intimate.
I
Here
don't,
we go.
I don't
Less.
think that
Kidology
logic
jump
is
in
follows.
real quick.
Sorry.
Kidology, go ahead.
Yes, I was going to say the ultimate blind eye is that
The
men are blind
ultimate
sex.
blind
Men have been blind sex
eye.
from women since the beginning of time. I mean, the easiest way
That's
to
what
discourage sex
Destiny
work is to
said.
discourage the clientele. Like that is the obvious way to go about it, because sex work is intrinsically tied to the cost of living and to men being prepared to buy sex. So the obsession, I think, with
Sex is tied to the cost of living?
Weren't as successful as they originally thought.
What?
Looking back decades later, like Sweden and Norway tried to outlaw the
Am I stupid or
sale.
does this sound retarded?
Sorry, outlaw the purchase but not the sale, correct? Is that correct terminology? And
yes, yes.
Ah,
yeah, and it
yes.
ended up
Underway
causing
currently.
from my understanding, more sex trafficking. The decrease in price per sexual transaction, so sex workers make more money.
Sexual
The sex industry to
transaction.
become more underground, and for the women to have less ability to actually, the women within the trade. Now, the trade
Well-
did decrease significantly, which was part of the goal, so that part was successful. However, the women
You
in the trade
motherfuckers get off of
are
me!
having horrific experiences. Now, from my understanding, there's
Okay,
not a
let
ton
me
of
get
research.
all
Only
these
study that I found
green
has been retaliatory, which is
things.
pretty weak, but it's still pretty intensive. Individuals like study
Burn, burn,
Yes, it's intensive, but I would
burn,
say that with anything,
burn.
when you make such a
Easy.
fundamental revelatory change, it's going to take a
Okay.
very long
Oh
time.
my
I mean,
god.
it took a very long time for the
I picked
industry
up
to
too
be
much
built
shit.
up in the way that it's been built up. Dismantling it and actually finding the right
I
ways
need
of
to
doing
pick
so
up all
are
this
going to
bullshit.
take a lot longer than 10 or so years. So,
Well, no
yes.
offense, but if we've been doing this,
Okay,
for
let's
why does it take
see.
such a
What
long
am
time for us
I?
to just
What
say
do I
let's do it?
need here?
Isn't there something intrinsically problematic with sex work?
Intrinsically.
Conversation. No one has to
In
argue whether or not
fucking
we should
intrinsically.
I just
What-
don't think.
what is
I
it
don't
about
think that
sex
most
work that-
society? Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not a
Go ahead.
historian, right? But I don't think most societies, especially early societies, outlawed it at all, right? In fact, some celebrated it in a lot of
Yes,
cases.
I mean, the
Also,
Greeks-
I take issue with the example. We argue.
I
all the
take
time
issue
about
here.
apartment buildings in the United States. It's like
I also take issue.
Do we argue about
Literally-
the profession or where we construct it? Because in this case, we're arguing about the profession,
And
not
even
whether or
how?
not where
Have you
the
not
woman
seen
can
those
do it.
like those?
Oh.
Twitter posts with like showing different types of architecture and
we
trying
got
to find
this,
things
this.
better. Like, this
Well,
happens all the
that's
time.
more
This-
subjective. We're talking
this-
about the actual profession of being.
this-
Isn't
a
this
sex
subjective as well?
Yeah, if you don't think if
You
don't
mean
think
like the
you can do
aesthetic
sex-
versus
Like the
like
profession.
sex
No
work
one's
is aesthetic. There's
arguing.
a,
No one's arguing that you shouldn't be a grocer. No one's arguing that you shouldn't be a lawyer.
You shouldn't be a grocer.
precisely.
I think you shouldn't be a sex worker. I think I'm okay with sex work 100% if we have a world where we have like sex workers go to college the way a psychologist goes to college or a therapist, because the level of intimacy, the reason that a therapist has to learn how to set all these boundaries and protect themselves and to protect the client, protect both themselves and the client, because it's a very dangerous situation because of the high level of intimacy. In sex work, you're having an even higher, like that's why it's so hard to become a
Normal.
sex therapist. It's like there's a big bar to entry to that, and I think it's a really cool profession and we should do more of it, but I think all sex work is sex therapy, so that's why.
So you think I should be able to like major
Wait,
in sucking
what?
dick and get a master's in like
Absolutely.
Major in
Well,
sucking
okay, yeah, so
dick.
here's the
okay, that's
question.
funny. Just real quick, you said we don't
He's so
argue
funny.
or we don't debate whether people should be lawyers or doctors or grocers, but there are plenty of professions where people do debate
Where the
whether
fuck
they
am
should
I
be
here?
soldier, right?
Being a
There's
police
lot of
officer.
families, a lot of-
Why is
yeah,
that?
police officer.
Well, why is
There's
that?
Oh my
a-
god, what the
even-
fuck killed
even
me?
actor, there's a lot of families
is
that's
that?
very much
God damn
concerned
it, I gotta get out of here.
because
why
of the
is that?
effects of the job, the perception of society on the job, and
There's
what
the
they
danger
think.
being a police
Should I go up
officer,
here? I should go
What
up
about
to this
acting,
one.
right?
I
I need to go to town
with
myself, shit.
So
Fuck!
you could argue about the
Fuck!
environment.
Can't see what I'm doing here.
Okay, so and this actually is a little similar to sex work in the way of being an actor.
You
is that
fucking
it is a job that
move
lacks a lot of
ads.
consistency.
Oh, God.
So a parent might say to their child, "I don't think you should be an actor. You may not get as much work.
Okay.
You may have to leave to another side of the country. You might even end up homeless if you're living in LA. It would be the same. As just being a
Where
sex
the
worker. only
fuck-
difference is you are purposely putting yourself in some pretty dangerous situations if you're
Purposely,
going to be a
bitch.
streetwalker, if you're going to be an escort, if you're going to be physically in these environments with these men. So my question is,
Okay.
do we encourage this? Because we all know we don't. Like, for
Rare
example,
node.
would
Kindling.
You guys want a pimp to go to a
So
high school
kindling.
job fair to recruit young ladies to be a sex worker?
Kindling.
No, but
I
I
think
think
I
we
can
could
assume
probably
probably not,
think of
right?
a lot of
Boop,
people
boop.
in real jobs that we wouldn't want going to like high
Wait a minute.
schools to do
But the-
fairs for.
Wait,
Like,
but we
like
don't-
people
No,
have a
This is-
let's do
wait, hold
that
on.
one.
This is
A
a
lot of
really
people
good place to
military
point out.
recruiters
Like, there's a
do
threshold.
that.
There's a threshold being crossed right now, where now the sex work is isolated
Is
to an app that
kindling?
all like kids can have on their phone. And so like the awareness that I can do this right now. I have a
Damaged
body
burning
that's in
enemies.
high
Why
demand,
not this?
like just that being having a phone now makes you like that's gonna be like the guys at the job fair
Damage to
There's a
elites,
bit of a problem here, right?
intelligence,
Because we've
intelligence.
also made a little bit of an assumption that
To
if a woman
elites.
goes into sex work, she'll even be successful to begin with. She
Intelligence,
actually might not, even
intelligence.
on OnlyFans. Only a few amount of ladies actually
now. Hey,
find.
I'm on your side. Don't
Okay.
bulldoze my point.
No,
That's the
no,
best
I'm-
point
I-
that's come up.
Bulldoze his
The fact
together
that
is
it's
what
no,
I'm saying.
you're just the fact that it's on everybody's phone means that the pimp is now at the job fair. The pimp is now in every
Your
single
burning
kid's phone.
damage is
The
increased by
pimp that's at the job
40%
fair,
for
they all have access to this career
Okay,
awareness of this
what
and
about
aware of the
this? Do I have
demand for
the...
that.
No, I
And the
don't have
fact
the
that
willpower.
children
Almost.
are aware of
Close.
the
We're
demand for
getting
their
there.
bodies makes
Alright.
the prospect
Now,
of
let
having
me
young
sell
relationships seem like a loss of value too.
this bullshit.
Because they're gonna maximize the value that they can get out of their body.
I don't
The
think
only
children make
Maximize-
decisions
not
like
be
this.
able to.
Sure,
They
but they could.
don't.
Well, that's not. That's. I
Perhaps
mean,
they
children
could,
like
but-
can barely grasp the concept of student loans. I don't think a child is going to be like, I shouldn't enter any relationships because I can monetize my body better. I don't think there's any line of logic that connects those two
Yes,
points.
nobody thinks like that.
I hope that you're right.
Well, I
Well,
mean, even
actually,
normal
I think
sex
he's
workers
right.
will have like,
Yeah, he's right.
like, there's never been like, well, maybe, but I find it hard to believe that there's a girl who's like dating a guy and the guy's like, oh, you should send me like pictures of your booty, and she's like, I could, but I could just post it to OnlyFans instead. Sorry, boy, and I'm just not gonna send you any like that. I don't think that people. I don't think there's like an opportunity cost to people like thinking about
Sorry,
dating
boy.
or having relationships.
I'm posting my
I
shit
think a lot
on
of OnlyFans workers actually have
OnlyFans.
this issue where like they only have sex for their OnlyFans account, and so then it becomes like a weird thing where, well, I'm gonna
Sorry,
have sex with my
bitch.
boyfriend, but we should film it, and then they only ever have sex when that happens. I've heard people,
I
like,
don't
actual
think this
people in real life
happens.
tell me that.
I don't think this happens.
If it does
It may
happen,
not
it's
be.
still
I've
a-
definitely think that happens.
Well, it definitely does happen to some porn stars. Some porn stars come back home from set and don't want to touch their boyfriend, or their said boyfriend doesn't want to kiss them. He's right. It definitely can have an effect on your relationship.
Can it?
I mean, can have an effect is true, of course, but like, we'll never have sex unless I can film it. I've
Like
just never.
can't.
I guess it's possible, but I've never heard
I
that
mean,
before.
perhaps. I'm level with you. I mean, perhaps. I don't know.
No, fuck
There is a
that shit.
discussion to be had about
What about this one? Damage to injured?
results that are
No,
going to happen
no.
or likely to happen if you engage in this kind of thing. Even if
8
it's only
damage to
been
burning
I think that's a great
enemies.
conversation to have with
Overpower.
people, right? Especially
That
young
is,
people, saying, hey, if
pretty
you do
good.
go
There's
into this kind of
two-
work, these are some of the downsides that
two
you get into,
perfect
whether
things
it's
on
right or
there. I
wrong,
can reroll
this
that
is what's likely to
overpower
happen.
damage
But
on
I think that's a
there.
different thing than
Let's see,
Bob
12,
saying you should-
14,
I think that's a very different thing. I think that
injured.
again, I wouldn't encourage any young person to smoke or drink.
Okay, I'll
But
keep
I
that
know that a
one.
lot of them are going to, right?
The
Well, here's the problem that I have.
And so I want them just real quick. I
5
want them to
damage
know the
just
dangers of it,
enemies,
and I want
close
them to
enemies.
know, like, how
Oh, fuck it.
as well. And I think that we could probably
Okay,
stand
I'll
have a
break the
conversation
rings down
about
and
if you
bag
want to go into sex work,
the.
this is how you do it responsibly.
All right, I think the first question. Well, actually, that'll probably be the last question. The first
this
thing
any
that kind of bothers
good?
me about this discussion from everyone else, but I guess Lauren, is the fact that
it's
we try to
not.
pretend that this is like a neutral thing, like it's just some normal profession that you get into, that you get the same amount of
45.
training. For one, it's not. Like, where is the school or institute where you learn how to be a sex worker? I haven't seen it.
I don't
What
know
is
what
the
that
tuition
passive
there?
even
What is the
is.
training
The internet,
required
the
to
school,
be?
the school's the
So
internet.
This was
just random
garbage.
No,
things
this is
that
like
you
rumor.
find
That's
on
not a.
Reddit.
They're not trying to help you. They're trying to exploit you.
So that's just number one.
Exploit
right?
them all.
Hold on,
That's
we don't-
the school.
hold on, we don't have a training for this profession. That's just kind of like just number one.
Injured.
Number two, I noticed
Don't
again,
care.
you guys are
It's
not
so
more
cute.
encouraging. It seems that you all understand that there is some problem
break that
with the
shit
profession itself.
down.
That's why you say let them decide.
Is there even a
I say, no,
box
that's
here?
foolish.
Fuck
You
no.
wouldn't just
Okay,
say, oh,
fuck
wait,
it.
let's just
We're gonna
let them
go
do,
here.
Let kids do whatever they want. No, you would say
Do
go
the
get
dungeon
a firefighter. You would see the
questiments.
standards, and you would say, you know what? I don't think I want my child to go into doing something like that. You would highly discourage if you were
Highly
for your child to
discourage.
try to go to do any other dangerous
We
thing.
highly discourage. Highly discourage.
I don't think just because you might discourage something you're trying to link the discouraging of a thing to the thing itself being unethical, and I don't think that necessarily follow. Well, no, because you just brought up firefighter. Being a firefighter is not unethical. I can think of a whole host of jobs that we wouldn't encourage our kids to go into, especially things related to entertainment. Most parents probably would be excited about their kid wanting to be like a musician or an actor for a variety of reasons. We brought this up earlier. I can also think of a number of jobs people go into that we wouldn't consider unethical that have no training whatsoever. For instance, the most desired job today among kids in school is being a YouTuber. There is no professional training for being a
fucking
YouTuber. There's a lot of
YouTuber.
exploitation in that too. It used to be MCNs on YouTube, now it's agencies. It could be other things as well. So I don't think any of the arguments you brought up necessarily make it illegal. Or I'm sorry, necessarily. Make it unethical.
I think if we want to talk about it being unethical, then we would have to shift the focus. The first thing I wanted to get across is the lack of encouragement, and you guys seem to not be for encouragement
Lack
at
of
all.
it.
You want to more or less be laissez-faire and let them decide. I say no. I don't think
Blase.
I think
There.
that you definitely open the door up to, as we all seem to understand, exploitation from multiple different people.
We
But there's also
all
just the philosophy of being said
I just
sex
don't
work
think
Really?
as well.
Informed
exploitation.
Real quick, I don't think you can stop your kid once
You
they are
all
18.
understand
You
exploitation.
can
And you
discourage
should
it.
not be able to stop them.
But that's a different conversation, though. Like, no one's asking for authoritarianism. We're saying let's have a logical argument as to why you
Garbo.
shouldn't be into
But
sex
you
work.
mentioned that we're all for not encouraging it. That might be
What
fully
is
right. I
this?
absolutely wouldn't encourage a child to do this. But I recognize
But
I get to decide once they become an adult whether or not they should.
Well, that would be true no matter
I'll
what
take,
the subject is.
Hold on, I will take the encouragement art. Okay, I'll defend this argument. I'm curious what you would say. You have a 19-year-old girl. She's pretty fucking dumb. College is not for her. She does okay in service jobs, but she's incredibly fucking hot. She likes sending pictures to boyfriends, and she doesn't really care that much about what's online about her, at least right now. She has the potential to go on and make, we'll say, $50,000 a month on OnlyFans, or she can make $35,000 a year at Starbucks. What is your argument against, like, helping this person understand, like, well, here are the pros and cons of OnlyFans. If you want to do it, go for it.
Go
Because
for
informed
it.
consent does not just mean how much money you can make and how easy it is to make it. Informed consent, so if you were going to have the education that Base is alluding to, but I actually articulated that would actually make
Hootie
it safe
too?
and would, but like we would actually have to.
What the
send them
fuck
to
did he
school to
just
learn how to
say?
Set boundaries like a therapist, but even on steroids, they'd have to learn how to protect the client from fucking them up and protect themselves.
Wait,
from
hold
How
on,
the
wait.
fuck-
Nobody has
Can
to,
I not get
you
up
don't have
here?
to go to school to, like, learn how to do informed consent. I don't know what that means.
No. I'm okay. You have to. Okay,
He
you have
means
to
informed
understand.
consent to
No,
be a
you
sex
know.
worker.
You need no. No, you have to go to
Yeah,
school
no,
to understand.
no,
So if you could just go, you could tell say that people
No.
people want
Oh
to,
my
no, I don't-
god.
people,
Poison.
want to talk to women. So
Holy
you could just
shit.
tell all women to just go talk, get men to pay them to talk to them, and they would be therapists. But we want people to go to school to be therapists because they're going to learn how to protect the client and protect themselves because they can fuck themselves up mentally and they fuck the client up mentally. So the informed consent I'm talking about is knowing exactly what's going on psychologically in the
Hold on,
interaction.
wait. Why
So
would
that
you
is the
hold-
information.
Wait. Why would you hold these people to the same responsibilities as therapists?
Because I think it's this, and I think it's even more intimate than therapy. I think
Hold
the
on,
reason
therapy
we
is
do
not
those things with
measured by
therapy-
the intimacy, though. Like a massage is very intimate, but you don't need, like, informed consent to be a massage therapist.
I think you would. wouldn't you?
a little bit.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
you would.
you
actually.
a massage.
Wait, hold
I
on.
don't-
No,
I
you
don't-
wait.
I
What are
don't-
you
a
guys
massage
talking about?
therapist
Wait,
is
why
along the
did why
lines
did
of-
multiple people just say yes to that? No, there's not a huge, like, informed consent how to do, like, therapy for massage clients. That's not a thing. You learn how to rub
Actually,
people's
no.
body.
Actually, okay, wait, you're harping on the informed consent, but what I'm talking about is the boundaries and the emotional boundaries. And actually, I know massage therapists that they have extremely strict and rigid.
I have no
rules and
idea
guidelines
what
and
they're talking
boundaries
about now.
to protect their client and to protect themselves.
Yeah, and you can learn how
In
to do
exactly
that.
the way I'm talking about.
Yeah, you can learn how to do that in one 4-hour class. You don't have to go to school for that. Yeah, there are massage schools if you want to, but, like, if you're posting pictures on OnlyFans, you're not giving therapy to people. I don't know where that idea is coming from.
You're fucking them up because you have an
Okay.
incentive to mess them up psychologically so that they have a dependence and they're going to come back to you. If they actually start forming healthy relationships, they're not even going to be return customers. There's a high incentive to
Fucking
mess
who?
up people's
The OnlyFans
psychological
bro?
health.
What kind
It's
of,
the
like-
same with the streamers.
Wait, I don't know what kind of, like, sex work you're talking about, but I'm just talking about, like, posting pictures on OnlyFans.
Yeah, because OnlyFans, it's not just posting pictures, because you could just post but OnlyFans is the biggest part of that is the girlfriend different experience of the messaging. The fact that you know this person, you see them posting on social media and stuff, it's a real person. So you'll talk to them and you'll say, oh, could you do this particular post?
Everybody's a real person.
So that is now an intimate exchange where they see you, they're highly parasocially attached to you. So if you don't know exactly what's going on there psychologically, it's extremely irresponsible both for them and for you.
I don't know if you think the norm is like these in-depth conversations. I know there are a lot of large OnlyFans creators that do this, but I mean, like, what is if somebody messages you for nudes and they want to jerk off or masturbate while doing it, like, if you want to have an informed consent class, I mean, I guess you can take an 8-hour course and you don't need to go to school for
psychology.
that. And I don't know, you don't need a psychology course for that, number one. And number two, I don't even know if it's on the responsibility of the sex worker to figure that out. That feels more like a responsibility on the person engaging with the material.
I think it should be
Yep.
a responsibility on society to have these standards and ethics in place. Not on the sex worker, but on the society to make the rules that we have
Society?
to follow. Like we do with therapy. Because when you go to a sex worker on OnlyFans, you tell them your darkest secret.
No,
you go tell them your darkest.
This isn't normal. I don't know what kind of OnlyFans
No, no,
stuff you're talking about.
Your sexuality is the product of all of your trauma and your fucking your parents and all your history and shit.
I kind of get
so
you.
so when you give someone access to that, you're giving them the most vulnerable part of yourself.
Motherfuckers just making up shit.
Things like that. You keep saying that there should be rules, and society needs rules in place to make sure that the person is licensed or accredited or whatever word you want to use before they engage in things like OnlyFans and what have you. But
I don't know if I should have went this way first.
Educated is the process of accreditation or licensing or things
Ghost
like that. That's how it
wand.
works out
How many
the
times have
rubber
I
hits the
seen you
road
ghost
when we
wand?
actually implement these ideas into real life? How are you, the customer,
Snakes.
supposed to tell the difference between
I'm
someone
sick
who
of
has
these
it
goddamn
and someone who does
snakes
not have it?
on this
So if you're licensing
these
this
motherfucking
for
snakes
accreditation or to
on this
qualify, it's
motherfucking
something
planet.
that you could show. So what, in your hypothetical world, would happen if a sex worker
Any of this
engaged in these
shit
things, but was
any
not
good at
able to
all?
produce proof that they had been through this course?
Nothing.
I think if
Stop.
we built that society and that society,
Get
they
off
would be
me.
in trouble.
Bitch.
But not until we built
They'd
those.
be- they'd be
they would have
unlicensed.
illegal. They'd have to pay
Oh,
a
God, I
fine
can't.
or something. I don't know.
I just don't think the vast majority of people, a lot of people just
they
want to
lose
jerk
their
off.
license.
I think most people just want to
They'd lose
jerk
their
off. I don't think they're looking for therapists.
I know the society that I'm talking about would have way less access to easily available sex.
What
workers,
if
so
they were to, what if they want a sex worker? What if I just met someone online, I really dig their vibe, and I wanted to see their boobies?
I dig your
And I said,
vibe, man.
"Show me your
Let me
boobies and show me
jack
your
off.
Why should you have
would
to
they
pay
have
for
to
that?
have a license to do that?
Maybe in his society, but
So real quick, Destiny, you said that you were only talking about like Instagram models. Lauren brought up earlier that she's separating different types of sex work. How do you define sex work?
Fuck, where am I?
I'm sorry, I don't mean boy, I'm sorry. But it's semantics. Like, everybody's going to have different definitions, right? Some
It
people...
is semantics. The
yeah.
point is that whatever you include
the
might
fuck?
differentiate what he's talking about.
What am
and
I
what
supposed to
someone-
fucking
No,
do
I
in
think
here? Am
what
I
they would or
done?
wouldn't stigmatize, or what they would put in or wouldn't.
He's talking about
What the
same thing
fuck?
we're all talking about, which is just selling pictures of boobs and talking to people on OnlyFans.
Boobs
Pretty sure that's what he's talking
and
about. He's not talking
butts.
about real life sex therapists. He's just talking about people on OnlyFans.
Me?
Smith
Yeah, you
is,
are.
yeah.
So are you like when we're talking about
Yeah.
sex
Where
work?
the
Like,
fuck?
what all are you stigmatizing in
Am I
that?
done here?
Oh, I'm not trying to stigmatize, but
Or
discourage.
what are you requiring a license?
Hello? What the
Everything.
fuck am I supposed to do?
yeah, it's honestly a hard question. You're right. The place where that line is set is
Does
something I would have to
Amaranth
think
need a
Oh
about.
God,
license
what did
for
I?
Twitch?
Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. I think in the case where you're doing a sexual service where the people are highly parasocially attached to you in a sexual way, I think that's dangerous for them. And I think that like the people that get there's so many dudes that get mad at women for doing this, and I think they're right because it is harmful to some men. Like it makes men like stunted emotionally. Even I think it's a big contributor
Stunted
to the OnlyFans.
emotionally.
That's not like, look, buyer
I mean,
beware.
not to the
Okay?
to the incel thing.
Sure, buyer beware. Like if in the
This has
year
gotta be,
2023, you don't realize that the
I'm
cancel
done,
actually
huh?
love you, that's on you.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
I
but,
no,
don't
but
know.
she's-
her
but it's
entire
her- I don't know what
marketing
to
is
tell
to
you.
create that image. though.
It's her job though. Like, so it's her job to make you feel like she loves you. It's like this is
Oh.
like saying
this
I was
is
arguing with someone.
not true. This is not the
Different
normal
levels
sex
of
work.
this
You have
shit.
a very, very, very
That
weird
is
view of
pretty
like.
normal, Destiny.
No, it's
Especially on
absolutely
OnlyFans. Like,
not.
if you look
No.
at their advertising and you look at the way they speak to these men, it is pretty normal.
No,
that
it's
they're
not
trying to
normal that they're
develop
trying to
some type of
make them
relationship.
love you. That's not true.
Even if it's not love, they want to create some type of pseudo relationship. They tell them sweet nothings. They tell them this is
Yeah.
for your eyes only. They
Am
try
I,
to
like,
make
in
them feel
poison
special.
down here?
It is a part of the business model of
I think we
OnlyFans.
should all go spend 2 hours surfing OnlyFans accounts. I don't know what the fuck accounts you guys look
I
at. There are
have.
some.
I don't need
Hey,
to
I've
search
done it.
for
There
hours.
are
I've already
some
done
that
it.
have done-
Henceforth, why I'm saying what I'm saying.
There are some
What the
that
They
do.
are trying to
fuck?
create these parasocial relationships with
Go
these young
this way?
men.
Yeah, there are some that do GFE, but it's not the norm. I don't think
What
the
the
largest
fuck
creators
is
do this.
GFE?
That's
Because
like a
they don't have
subset.
the time to do that. Number one, they're the largest creators. But first of all, like we can't
The
even judge
largest.
OnlyFans by the largest one. That's like an apex fallacy. If we look at it from a whole,
Apex
we look at all the
fallacy? What the fuck
advertisements
is
that girls
even
are doing,
that?
If we're looking at the posts the girls are sending, if we're looking at the conversations they're having, they're trying to build a relationship with these young men.
Fuck.
They're trying to get these dudes attached.
I don't
to
know
them
where
so
I'm
they
going.
stay And they become longtime subscribers.
Just like
That's-
Am I
that's-
fucking done in
that's
here?
customer.
That's called customer relationships, right?
And
You
that be the
build a
case.
relationship
What
with your
Smith is
customer.
saying, and he's got a great point, that the type of business that we're doing is dangerous because we're playing with the mental state of some already otherwise lonely
Playing
and
with the
sometimes fragile
fucking
people.
mental
It's probably
state.
not something you should be playing with without full knowledge and understanding of how you're affecting your
Sure,
clientele.
just
Like,
as a
for
test.
example-
Well, as a
Sure,
test, would you-
sure,
would
sure,
you-
sure, sure.
So would you say that like
Sure,
all
sure, sure,
women
sure,
that
sure.
are like flirty bartenders or servers that is equally unethical, or rather it's in the same vein as being unethical?
Unethical
Depends how much their
sluts.
job relies on that. So if they
Well, if
make
you're a
all their tips
bartender
by
as a
doing
woman,
that,
or if you're a server, your job definitely relies
Okay,
on
I don't know. I think I'm done.
sure,
Uh,
sure,
You don't
that
have
they
to-
are.
actually,
Yes,
you don't have
that
to.
is the
It's not
same.
required.
I don't know what else
It's
to
not- it's
do.
not required to
It,
be flirty
yeah,
as
but
a
it's not a
bartender.
requirement, but it's the same.
You
If
wanna
they're
make
doing
more
that as the
money.
main way to make the money, because they get the. I used to teach at a paint bar, and I would flirt with these middle-aged women, and I would say I was definitely bordering sex work. You know, like
What?
Even,
about 5
no,
minutes
Yeah,
left.
okay, no,
you're playing hard and
If
loose
we are-
on that
stop,
one.
stop, 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 stop. If we are going to
Flirting with women is
flirting
sex
bartender
work?
or a flirty waitress is bordering sex.
Oh,
then
okay,
maybe
here we
we
go.
need to have a conversation for what fucking sex work is.
We
That's
do.
not-
it's not it's not as much sex work as posting pictures, and then that's not as much sex work
No,
as,
to
as like
directly
putting your
respond.
getting someone put their dick in you. But
Yeah, but if I directly respond to you, Destiny, I would say
Oh,
like if you're a
God.
flirty person,
I think
that
it's
might
fucking
actually-
retarded.
The profession you're in is to tend. Like you're either gonna get a tip or you're not. You can be as flirty as you want. You're not gonna get a tip.
Sure, I'm just
However,
saying that all
the
the
subscription
same
into
things.
OnlyFans
I'm just saying
is
that.
to be sexual.
I'm just saying that all the same
Okay.
issues that you run into, in like OnlyFans, you
What is
absolutely run
that?
into as a waitress, server, or
Fell
as a
error.
bartender.
Hit.
I can speak from firsthand experience. I worked alongside this, like you'll have people that are
38.
stalkers that become obsessed with you and become in love
But
with you. That
Destiny,
call
I
you.
could be consistent and say they shouldn't be flirtatious as well. Now what?
Okay, then that's fine. I was just making sure you're consistent.
There you go.
No, it's
Oh,
not
fuck.
stupid.
Well, yeah, of course, but
You
that's
can
the
you
point.
can feel that way about it, but I
What happened? What did I just do? God damn it.
Draining our emotions so much in our human interaction. Flirting and being personable is part of being you.
Oh, I
And-
can
and
put. Oh yeah, I forgot to
and
put
honestly, I would
the
go-
line of
things in
everybody
that
else, we
one.
can't, like, what? This may be a little bit of a. tangent, right?
Okay, here we go.
Explain that I was at the grocery store in line and someone talked to me. How dare they, right? I hear that
How
from time to
fucking
time.
dare
I-
they?
I had to take out my wallet and give them money for their sex work.
Like, we're really no. I'm talking with another customer. Right?
How
I think we're really,
fucking
like,
dare
the
you?
humans just interact.
Need to get some.
That's a
Oh
bit
shit.
different though, right? Because there's a difference
Some
between me
rubies
being
and put them
to
in my
versus a woman
stuff.
being into me.
In my
Like, when you have an exchange
armors.
with me and
I
her,
can.
it's the same as me paying.
If
Let's
it's like
put it in
a
here.
bartender could flirt with one customer, and that's not the same as what we're talking about. We're talking about a bartender that makes all of her
Fucking
tips just from
loser.
flirting with every customer, and she only expects to be making
Maximum
money because
life.
she's flirting with
You're
customers.
describing
maximum
bartenders. That is
life.
how they make their
That's
money. Yes.
most bartenders, most female bartenders, and most, but that's not how it has to be. But like, and that's kind of fine. It's to some extent, and I think that the only
Mostly.
is kind of fine. But
They
I think
mostly
that,
come out
that,
in
but
night.
like, kind of like what Baz was
Mostly.
saying, but it's not exactly what the core of bartending is. So we don't actually
okay.
have to rely on that. And I don't think
Are
it's,
you a
if women have to
bartender?
rely on that, it's kind of dystopian that like women, in order to do the same job as a man, they have to do it but flirt and like be sexual. That's a dystopian
Well,
world.
no,
Okay.
I would say the
Go to
men
the
are like
other
really
one
fun.
over
Bartenders
here.
are, depending on where you go, depending on like you know where you're hanging out at. Like bartenders are going to be some of the most friendly slash flirty people you'll run into.
Fruity,
Guys or girls or
friendly slash fruity ass bartenders.
in a given
What?
fucking place. They tend to be incredibly pro-social. Yeah, that's just like that's how they make their tips, especially if you go on like a Friday, Saturday night. You're not going to get a person that's just making you drinks. Friday, Saturday night.
Yeah.
Well, no
Alright,
offense, but
we're
it's a bit
gonna-
irrelevant.
It's kind of
to be
sex work. It's a little bit sex
Hold
work.
on, we're gonna go ahead and end it there.
Sex work. It's a
I'm
little
sorry,
bit.
Wick, but you have the first one to get voted on.
And that shit.
Can we vote people off this?
Oh no, sorry, wrong show. Let's go to closing statements. Warren, do you want to start us off with your closing statement?
What the fuck?
My
He doesn't even know a show he's running.
make very many people happy, but essentially, I feel like we didn't define the necessary words that we needed to define. Because as we got into it, everything divulged into sex work, and we didn't.
Okay, where was he
And even if we're
going?
talking
Down
about the word
here.
discourage, what do you mean by discourage? Wick instantly
Oh,
said
God.
he wasn't interested in the legal aspect. Well, if you're talking about influencing
Run.
society, isn't discouraging
Run.
through legal means? I don't even know any other means other
Run.
than
There you go,
socially
bruh.
shaming them.
Run.
So, yeah, I feel like we should have gone into
Running,
more, but
running,
I
running.
get the point where y'all come from, especially fast.
So I would.
Sorry, I
would-
wasn't correcting you.
Yeah, I would actually say that I think the opposite
Running.
itself insofar as what they want is to be laissez-faire, just let it go off and let people decide. The only problem is like the nature.
That's a lot of
work
fucking
that-
gold.
What Smith said is actually a really great point of view.
Oh, God.
You have an effect on the clientele first and
You
foremost.
have an effect on the clientele, huh?
But to go off just that.
I got your clientele right here, motherfucker.
One thing that's really interesting that we don't look at is the philosophy of what these ladies are doing, right? If you think about it, every
Philosophy.
type of position, every type of work, you're being compensated for doing something that is not of benefit to you, right? So again, if I use the construction worker, I'm building a building that I'm not going to live in.
Building, building.
Time. The problem with a lot of sex work is that the woman is the person. She is quote unquote the product. If she's having sex, or if she's flirting, or if she's interacting with the man, that is the benefit unto itself. So even the way we define most services, sex work doesn't really even fit into that. Because then we have to ask the ultimate question.
Die, you fucking
why
loser.
should he really
Bitch.
pay to have a pseudo relationship with a woman when he can actually have real sex with her, or actually be in a good committed relationship?
Real
I don't think anyone
sex.
would really be able to answer that question apart from maybe she's really good at having sex, and of which I would reply, he can get good at having sex with a woman that actually likes him.
Ooh.
Wick, glad you're still here. With your closing statement.
Easy.
Not sure if I'm glad, but I'm here.
Oh, God, it's one of these.
Yes. On the 4th of July, Independence Day, I am proclaiming and supporting that people can do what they want. Freedom is a good thing, and freedom of choice
Freedom isn't free.
is to do something
It
that
costs
others
folks like you and me.
I absolutely support. I absolutely am for allowing people to make that
Abso-fucking-lutely.
decision for themselves, both the customer and sex work customer, as well as the sex worker herself or himself in the case of it. When we talk about discouraging, right? Yes, social stigma is another way other than legal to discourage someone. And that's a very broad statement, right? We say it as one thing, but again, there's a lot of different ways to socially shame, stigmatize, or nudge people in different directions, just by promoting things or discouraging other types of actions. So at the end of the day, while I do not participate in sex work already, and I do not purchase sex work, you know, what other people want to do, that's on them.
Awesome, thank you. Also, I see a lot of people asking if the panel's over. The panel is not over. We still got 2 more topics. That's when we close.
I'm not even sure what you all think sex work is. As soon as we're working on some really different definitions. I fully agree with Smith that in the world where the average sex worker is entertaining like all of the therapeutic needs that a man has, she probably should need more qualifications. I don't know if that maps on to the average.
Oh my god!
Who just post pictures of her butt on her OnlyFans. Yeah, my position is unchanged.
Burn, burn, burn.
Smith.
Smith?
That I don't think you're
Take
all
that,
needs,
Agent
they're filled wrongly.
Smith.
I think they're poorly. I think men go to these women with needs that they don't even understand they have, and like a lot of sex workers will just end up causing you to get more fucked up. And I just think it's irresponsible.
That's it?
Dangerous, but I'm also
Garbage. Grab
it's
that.
very dangerous and vulnerable
Secret
and turbulent,
wand.
a thing to engage with, and I don't think we should make it illegal, but I don't think we should encourage it. And the boundary there that I have is with like OnlyFans being an app that like all like teenagers can have with their phone and shit like that. Now that's like that's past the point which we should
Can't
be
open that
discouraging.
yet.
I think,
Okay,
like,
we go up this way
if we
now.
got rid of OnlyFans, just everything's like so much better. Like
Smith, is it true that you actually do porn?
I've made porn for free, and I got like twice people paid me like $100 for nudes.
And you felt like you needed training for that?
What the fuck?
I didn't really have any kind of conversation with them, but they wanted me to, but I didn't. But I mean, in the world that I'm talking about, I would have needed to, so I wouldn't have been able to make money off of that.
Wait a minute, where the fuck am I? Oh god, I gotta go down.
Oh, yes, this was a very unamusing conversation between the three at the top, Smethwick and Bazef, but I guess thank you anyway. I think far too much attention is paid to the sex workers as opposed to, I think, the most important demographic, which is their clientele. In answer to Smith about sort of qualifications in sex work and sort of defining sex work, there are, at least in the UK,
I hate British people, god.
who are sex therapists who charge at the moment $2,500.
Their voices just make them sound smarter than they actually are.
Get any man to, average man, especially young men, to pay that kind of money. You're barking up the wrong tree. I think that morality ultimately doesn't pay the bills, and morality
Maybe I'm just jealous because I don't have a cool James Bond voice. Bitch.
Not that deep.
Fine.
So
Probably am.
I think we're just focusing on the wrong
She does sound cool.
subjects in terms of the question as to should we discourage sex work. And I think ultimately we should care more about the wider social economy and
God.
why women are going into sex work. The main reason being is that, at least with prostitution, they're single mothers with kids and they don't have any interfamilial connections primarily.
Familiar.
Data. So, yeah.
Oh my god, I got some legendary pants! Oh.
Disappointing.
Burn.
That's a good conversation.
Alright, what did we get?
Hopefully you won't be,
Deep freeze, 10%. Oh my god, it's the lowest fucking rolling shit ever.
what should we do to help them? People like Jordan Peterson
Fucking
are
garbage, all the time, garbage.
and girlfriends
Garbage fucking rolls on
try
everything.
harder and that there's nothing systemic
Fuck.
holding them back whatsoever. So for this one, we are going to start with Smith. Good
Burn to
start.
death, you losers.
Your
What
opening
was it again?
statement, 1 minute.
I was gonna drink of water. Did you say that again?
Are
I forgot which
incels
one it was.
oppressed, and what
Oh, yeah,
should we
yeah.
do to help them?
Yes, they're impressed. They're oppressed. We don't really care about them, and I think things we could do to help them. I think that we are making sociality. We're basically like Uber.
Letter, time
Our
warm.
personal lives, something we look at. for
Okay,
profit.
don't care.
Sex lives is something we look at for profit. We're trying to min-max everything, like Andrew Tate. We're
Min-max.
trying to do everything like an exchange that we're like consciously aware of, and I think that people that are socially inept, especially men, because being socially inept as a man, you can't lean back on the fact that people want to exploit your body. And like for not all women, but most women want to be.
Sometimes I feel like these motherfuckers don't think before. There's
I
just
just
like,
think that there's nothing that we want to.
you don't, just words, just constant stream of words, just
and
just spewing out of his
like
mouth.
somebody said.
All right, Kid Albert.
Words, 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 words,
Phone
words.
is going off. Mute it.
Words, words,
I
words.
do think that incels are oppressed and marginalized, but I think that
Oh.
we really have a great misunderstanding about the actual demographics of incels and actually ultimately what we can do.
Snakes.
To help them. And I also think that we are riding a fine line between saying yes, that incels are marginalized and oppressed, and then on the other hand, using that to validate a lot
Oh
of
my god.
sort of victimhood complex, which they take on, at least the most vocal ones.
Oh, there's a boss up here. Where am I running away from? Oh my god. Can you
taking responsibility for
die?
essentially their mental health? But I do think that mental health services need to do a lot
Easy.
in terms of helping incels.
What was over here? Oh,
Going online and
just this guy, huh?
sentiments of being perpetual victims.
Burn. Easy.
A lot of money off this demographic.
Lots of money. Words, words, words. Yes.
Justin.
Just a bunch of
I
words,
think that
words,
people make
words.
a mistake when they say like oppressed is the same as has a shitty time. I think that I don't think incels are oppressed. I don't think that ugly people are oppressed because that implies there's some like external group that's like applying pressure or exploiting them. I think that it just sucks if you lack the social skills to find a significant other or to talk to, in case of incel men, to talk
See,
to women.
this sounds
That
like a
sucks, but
well
there's
thought out
active campaign of oppression against these people, like institutional
response. Not just a,
All right. Wait.
a constant stream of words just coming out of your mouth. You just like, just like on the spot, just talking, trying to like come up with the next,
A lot of therapists will refuse
just fucking no thought at all, just words.
limit the access that incels have towards what they need to help them, which is therapy. Therapy itself seems to not to have much of an effect on incels as well, likely for that reason as well as others. There's also a lot of overlap between neurodivergency and inceldom. There is a huge kind of a Venn diagram where these things
Venn
combine.
diagram.
It absolutely is a marginalized group. Like, we don't use incel as an insult for nothing, right? Like, we use it all the time. It is very much a stigmatized group. It's something where you are not welcome in a lot of communities if you identify yourself as one, and for good reason in certain cases, right? These people need our help. Life has failed them, and they have made some poor choices in some cases. What that help looks like, I don't think the government should do programs or assign girlfriends or anything, but I do think there needs to be at least a societal effort to help these young men, because it's
All right. Thank you. Base.
So I think I do agree with a few of the people here that I would never use the word oppression for incels. I don't think they're oppressed, but they are certainly a marginalized group. And as Wick said, you can use it as an insult.
How are they fucking marginalized?
Legitimate grievance you may have in any tough time you've had with
Is it
dating or relationships. By saying that
incels like
incel.
voluntary?
Alone, if people are just afraid to
Voluntarily?
voice their frustrations or even talk about how they feel, at least they'd be compared to like someone
Incel means
someone
voluntary.
that is unhygienic, who is ugly, otherwise unpleasant. Then I would say absolutely, they're definitely marginalized people. As far as helping them is concerned,
You voluntarily be marginalized?
one, the incel has to help himself.
Oh,
first,
fucking.
but the other
Oh
half
my
has to
god, I
help
must be
someone
stupid.
else species, which is going to be some young ladies are going to have to work with some of you
Burn.
men to table their expectations. I think everyone has to do something.
Burn, burn,
Thank you,
burn,
sir.
burn,
And Warren.
burn,
Yeah,
burn, burn,
Many people already got into it, the oppression,
burn,
marginalization issue.
burn.
Yeah, obviously there's no
Easy.
laws oppressing people just because they're incels. However, they're marginalized in communities. They lack social skills.
What the fuck does
It's a really
incel
odd
even mean?
phenomenon
What
when
the
you come into
fuck?
the
What?
technological
Retarded?
age, especially when you see apps like Tinder and other dating apps where
Incel?
women are frequently finding matches no matter what they look like, whereas men, a large
Online
percentage
subculture
of
of people who
men
define
never
themselves
getting
as
matches
unable
whatsoever,
to
and
get a
it's
romantic or
about
sexual partner.
5 to
Oh,
10%
I guess
of the men who
unable?
are getting 95%
I thought that
of
meant they
women.
were.
So
I thought I heard
there
somebody say they
is
were
definitely an issue
voluntarily.
with these people being
Incels are
marginalized,
voluntarily
as opposed to
not
how do we
trying or
help
something.
them.
Oh, fuck
I
no,
think a
never
lot of
mind.
the
I'm stupid. Where am I supposed to go now?
a
Up?
lot of
Okay.
that has to do with technology. It's kind of like once the genie's out of the bottle, how do you go back type thing. But I guess a lot of that would just have to be with
With,
being honest with them about what's causing them to not be sexually attracted to women, and working
what,
on the society within making men not very sexually attracted. Well, my opinion is that it is lack of testosterone, and working on your masculinity can help.
All right, thank you.
What?
Nobody's used their shootout yet, just to let you guys know.
Oh god,
There,
almost
so that if
died.
you want to have a back and forth with somebody without any interruptions, that's there
Okay,
so
we'll
you
go
have
this
a
way
room
first and then come back and
uninterrupted
go the
with that
other
person.
way.
Like I said,
What the
currently
fuck
nobody's
was
used it,
that?
That's okay. We're gonna go ahead and kick it over to Smith. You seem to have the most experience with
Ancient totems.
Well, there's something that I think nobody mentioned that is
Okay.
on my mind. I think you're probably all gonna fucking disagree with me based on the last conversation. But I think that we really are.
Yes.
Like, I think incels and incel adjacent, just lonely, isolated people, like women and men, but like incels are the men. They're like the driving factor of a lot of especially entertainment economy. Like and streaming and shit. They're like the amount.
Do I need to
the
kill
number
this?
Of, the proportion of people that are.
Why is this
members of streaming
motherfucker
audiences that are
so
incels is
slow to
greatly way higher
die?
than the number of people that are incels in any other type of place. Like people at the fucking grocery store. Like they're
Okay.
online. They're watching ads, and I don't think we want to
No,
help them. We got
fuck
red
it
pill
before
people
it
telling them
would.
what to do. We got fucking blue pill people telling them what to do. I don't think anybody's actually trying to help them. We're all just exploiting them like a resource for their attention, and we're trying to get money from them.
Incels.
One
Yeah,
thing I
sure,
find
fuck
really
'em.
interesting about the conversation with dating is how we oftentimes always frame the conversation that the young man who
Damn
has
it.
done something wrong.
Damn it!
But I find that really interesting because there's other half of our species that also seems to be having a tough time having relationships. So my question is for all of you guys, why do we always frame the incel problem as something like they have to do specifically, like outside of anything else?
Because men are the one that are more miserable when they're single versus women.
Also, because women aren't having trouble getting laid. Men are the ones that are the incels.
All right, so women aren't having
I've never been
trouble getting
miserable.
laid, and you say what, Destiny? You say that women are what now?
Women tend to be a bit happier single than men.
All right. So even if
Really?
that were the case,
Is that
why
fucking
are we still
true?
dismissing these young men needing help and
I
Yeah.
don't think anybody's dismissing them needing help. It was just a
Must
question of where
be.
should the help come
Just
from.
not
Should it come
me,
from the men
huh?
and they're trying to like improve themselves, or should there be charity from the women?
What the
Right,
fuck?
so
Oh,
what
there he
exactly
is.
can
Okay,
women
let's
do in
go.
order to improve their position with women?
Improve social skills and work on people skills that they need to be more attracted to the opposite sex. Practice talking to them, practice flirting with them, practice those types of things.
And why do you think that the but hold on, why do you
Stop
think
watching
the incel
streams.
Learn to be
hasn't
happy
already
with
come to
yourself.
this conclusion?
What? Well, it's in my opinion, like being good with women is easy.
Stop
in the same way
watching
that, like,
streams.
losing fat is easy. Like I think we all know what to do. It's just really hard to do it, right?
So you're
Like,
saying that it's simple.
yes.
So,
If you
okay.
stick a guy
Super
put him in an
simple.
environment with a lot of women and they talk to each other over a period of time, you learn how to do it, and that's how every single environment in all of human history's work. People in
Every
school fuck, my
single
coworkers fuck,
one.
by anybody in like any community group of friends fuck, like yeah. But I think the issue is that like I think there are parts of our society that are like highly sexually
Calm breeze.
dimorphic right now. So like for instance, if you are, let's say that you were like you were a nerdy kid in high school and grade school.
What the
you didn't
fuck was I supposed to even
shy,
do
you
here?
went to comp sci in college, you've got 3 women in your class. The odds are even worse than fucking Tinder. And then from
Just
there,
come
you start working
outside.
at a tech company where there are also like 3 women working. you're in a really, really, really rough spot. You're no longer forced to be near women because you don't have school anymore. You're not going to be forced to be near women at work because you work a tech job. And now, like, the opportunity for you to develop those socialization skills are like almost nothing. So I think it's a really rough spot to be in. Yeah.
Well, that
It's
seems to be a
ultimately-
bit more. Well, go ahead.
So I was going to, in answer to your question, I was going to say that in terms of both incels and the wider society, it's laziness and fear. It's so much easier to just blame either incels for their problems, or it's so much easier for
Placing.
incels to blame
Oh,
women,
okay.
society, and feminism for their
Need
problems.
to get all the
And same with,
stones.
the,
Hear me.
epidemic. It's
Hear
easier to
me.
just blame
Hear
everything
us.
else rather than
Hear
actually
us.
do the work and take responsibility yourself. And it's also very scary. It's scary to interact with people. It's
Now
scary
what?
to interact with incels.
Okay. He turned
yeah,
into
it's
smoke.
just
Oh, he
it's
did.
nature, unfortunately.
This motherfucker did.
You're doing the
Oh my god, he
I don't
died.
think it has to do with assigning blame. So you're saying that the incels blame the
What is
women,
this now?
everybody who is looking at the incel problem blame the incels. It has to do with
180.
It doesn't matter
It's
who's
pretty
at
good.
fault.
It's fine.
Society in general is
Never
I
mind.
mean,
It's garbage.
no in particular person or group of individuals is at fault. However, the people with the problem are the ones.
Okay, what do I need to do here?
Have to figure out the solution. Now, should we help them as a society?
Damaged,
I would like
burning
to help them as a
enemies.
society. What can we do?
I need to
We have
connect this
encourage
back
them
to
change things that
like
would,
this.
help them resolve their problem. So that's why they're the ones that have to make
How
the
do I
change, not
how do I
necessarily
connect this back
the ones
to?
that caused the problem.
So,
Two things, just real quick. Two things. I absolutely agree, right? That at the
How do
end
I
of the
put this
day,
back to this one?
ask, like, why do we ask men to solve this problem? Because at the end of the day, the incel is the only one who can solve their problem. There is nothing that you, I, or society can do to help them become better at women if they are not willing
How do I
to put in the work.
hook it back
I
up?
can't make someone skinny, but I can teach them how and the process
Oh, just
they
copy.
need to go through in order to become someone. Use that analogy. I think though.
Okay, fine.
That, Kidology is also right in that it's far easier just to blame.
It's a lot
society
easier.
than others.
Eh?
And while at the end of the day, it is kind of a two-way street. You can
Two-way
only control
street.
your half of it. And if
Okay.
even a guy with an ugly mug like me, right?
Right,
If you
right.
can be personable and it's a skill you can learn, then you will up your odds. I do want to ask
Up
though,
your fucking
I wonder
arse.
if we see this rise kind of in inceldom and loneliness in general across the board is due to the fact
Strengths.
that we can't really flirt or
Magic
date
node.
and work as we used to. That is
From
highly
elites.
discouraged these days for probably good reasons.
Damage reduction
And
from
two,
elites.
a lot of the communal infrastructure
It's
that we've
okay.
had is just not there anymore.
What is
We're not
this?
used to it
Damage
anymore.
reduction
No one's
from
going to church
elites.
anymore.
Oh, okay.
No one's going to the mall
Do
anymore.
this, and
We're
then
all isolated inside
here.
all the time, and I think that
Okay.
almost more than anything else is making it so that young men aren't learning how to socialize with women like they would have when I was growing up.
Definitely. And I think the worst
Now
part
what?
is dating apps, because dating apps ultimately cater to visual creatures. And so women go onto dating
Visual.
apps and they have to play this game.
Visual.
Really, in real life, in terms of attraction, women don't play. Women don't find men like physically
We don't
attractive.
play.
It takes a long
Fuck
time,
off.
usually building a friendship over like a lot of communication.
I
Um,
fundamentally
etc.
disagree.
So, yeah, well, can I just? So it's not ultimately.
Can you
in
please
favour
shut
of
the
men,
fuck
even though
up?
Ironically, it was created for men, specifically for wealthy
Oh,
men to.
I didn't want to do
And so
these
incels really need to get off of these dating apps, specifically Tinder, and
things
get off this obsession, this really brain-dead
for a
obsession
while.
with statistics from OkCupid and Tinder.
Fuck these goddamn side quests. Okay, I'm gonna do some strongholds.
And it most definitely
Therapy.
isn't helping women
Yeah.
in terms of finding the men who they desire.
I think Tinder is awesome.
Desire.
I think we need to stop demonizing Tinder.
No, Tinder is awful.
People blaming Tinder, it's like people saying that like Magnum condoms suck because like most guys like can't fit into the Magnum condom. Just don't buy the Magnum condom. Nobody's forcing anybody to use Tinder if you don't want to. I don't know why people run onto Tinder where the ratios are. It's like, what is it, like 80% women No, it's even. Or I'm sorry, 80%.
No, it's
men.
happening.
It's even more lopsided than that. It's like
Vast
five. It's like
majority
five.
are
Yeah, it's like 5 to 1, right? So of course your odds there are going to be really, really, really bad. And then a lot of women on Tinder aren't even really meeting guys there anyway. Sometimes because they're too shy to meet, or they'll only swipe a little bit and then log off. Like, don't blame Tinder. There are a lot of guys who work tech jobs and don't meet women anywhere, and Tinder is literally their only outlet. And sometimes for them it does work. I got lots of because I used to do this thing where I got lots of emails from people like, hey, I work a tech job. I don't go out anywhere. I live in San Francisco. I met a few girls off of Tinder, and it actually worked for me. So I don't know why people are so relentless to shit on Tinder. If Tinder doesn't work for you, just don't use it. That doesn't mean we have to demonize it and blame all the other problems. Like if you get rid of Tinder, it doesn't magically fix any of the problems we talked about. Not a single issue that we talked about goes away if we get rid of Tinder. It's all still the exact same, except some men are now worse off.
The issue would be
The issue with
or whatever with Destiny on this. I think he's just wrong here. Well, I would agree. Right?
Losh.
Absolutely. Is that how?
Do I need a, what is this? A dead bear.
You wanted
well, we
to shoot
respected
up?
it.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Is
so
that what you want?
Go up!
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, no,
yeah,
no.
go.
I'm
It's
saying it, I keep
werewolves.
saying it.
Oh god.
I didn't hear you
Shoot
say
Blake's.
Eddie. I heard you say you wanted to talk to Destiny. Okay, yeah, go ahead, shoot out.
Shoot out,
You and
yeah,
Destiny,
whatever.
3 minutes.
Sure,
Fair enough.
motherfucker.
I think that while you're right, Tinder isn't the sole factor at play. I think Tinder and companies like that absolutely incentivize people to get on them in a way that is unhealthy. And while we can't blame them entirely for doing this, they want to make money. We can point to it as kind of like an empty calorie effect that people. It is advertised when in reality it does not work for most men, or at least doesn't work as it's advertised. And I think that's very harmful. I think that we should put some blame on Tinder for this and on companies like Tinder because they are misrepresenting their product and they are creating their product to be addictive and draw people in and get you stuck there. I think
No, I mean, like, most people, if you put in a little bit of work, can meet at least one person on Tinder. That's easily possible. I think it's totally fine to advertise it that way. There's a lot of guys who wouldn't meet girls otherwise who are able to meet girls on Tinder. I think it's totally fine. The app does exactly what it is supposed to do. Now, do men have trouble because there's a lot more men than women? Yeah, sure. But that's not a reason to demonize the product. And again, to reiterate what I said before, if we get rid of Tinder, it doesn't fix or solve a single one of the problems that we were talking about before. It just makes the people that benefit from Tinder worse off.
I actually disagree. Again,
Fuck, I died.
Tinder specifically, but
The
What
fuck?
do you disagree with?
Fumble, the fact that if we got rid of it, that we would see no change.
Okay,
I don't
what
think
would
that's true
improve
at
if we got rid
all.
of
I think
Tinder?
that we would have so a lot of the times, that, especially young people that I talk to, they go into Tinder instead of not in
There's a lot of animals here.
Instead of going out and trying to meet women and interact with people in real life, they do so
I
on Tinder
disagree.
as
I
a
don't think
kind of
I don't
a
think this happens.
shortcut.
I
think
totally
it
disagree.
Absolutely.
If a guy gets invited to, I don't think there's ever been a time where a high school college kid is like, oh, I got invited to a party. I think I'm just gonna
I'm
say I'm
not
gonna
talking
swipe
high
Tinder
school.
instead. Well, what are we talking?
After high school? So after people get out of their house, go away from home, whether they go to college or in the workplace or anything, like I think that a lot of them use Tinder as a substitute for going out.
Yeah,
right?
but like,
Or
let's say
trying-
that we get rid of Tinder. Are all these tech guys gonna start like going out to the bar to find women? No, they're gonna sit
I
on
think
Discord and play
a
League of Legends.
Not insignificant
can't.
portion would actually. I think a not insignificant portion would again because they don't have that kind of false hope that these dating apps are giving them.
I don't
They
think
would say,
anybody.
okay,
No. I disagree.
kinda
I disagree with every single thing you say. I disagree. You say false hope. I feel like I hear relentlessly people shit on Tinder these days. Is there really a whole bunch of? I feel like the common thing I hear is Tinder is hopeless. I can never find anyone on Tinder. Where's all the false hope at? I totally disagree that if you knock out Tinder, that all of a sudden you're gonna be like, well, fuck, I can't swipe on Tinder anymore. I'm gonna go to the bar and try to raise up some chicks, or I'm gonna go down to the club and like dance a little bit. Like I just totally disagree. I don't think that's happening. And if it is happening, then just tell people don't be a retard and wait for Tinder to get banned. Go do it now. There's no reason to wait. Just go do the rizzing if you're capable of doing it. Why would you wait for the app to get banned?
Rizzing.
Because these apps, again, they're not like this passive thing that doesn't actually have an incentive to snare these young men.
What is the
Like this
incentive?
false hope,
What-
right, that we're talking about is Tinder advertising in these other sites, advertising themselves.
Bro, I don't. To be
Hey,
honest with you,
this is how you do it in the
I
modern
love sex.
society.
I hook up a lot. I don't think I've ever seen an advertisement for Tinder in my life. Where are all these Tinder ads at? I mean, I'm sure they're out there, but
Everybody's unmuted.
okay. I don't even know where that. I don't even know what that. I mean, I'm sure there's some out there, but I don't know if I've ever seen an ad for Tinder ever. I'm sure it
No,
exists
listen,
somewhere, but
listen.
I've seen the
Listen,
I've seen the
Tinder-
TikToks of people ripping them up.
Yeah, but the long and short of it, Tinder has kind of earned the stigma that it has. I think one thing that's really important about a lot of these dating apps in general is the fact that a lot of the men who are successful are funneled up at the top, which means the vast majority of men, not just in ratio, as far as
Fuck, I
like
can't get in
30
there.
or I'm sorry, be like 25 to 75 of men, or maybe even like what 40 to 60 on Bumble or even on Hinge. The long and short of it is women funnel up to the same type of men in all of these platforms. This is also seen in OkCupid. I know Kidology wanted to dismiss this, but the reality is a lot of women are trying to date the same type of men on these platforms. And also, we have to factor in that there's not enough women on these platforms from start to finish. Even if every single woman paired off, they're still just men who just will not be selected, just off, just literally the user base. Now, I think one thing that's actually really interesting and important to kind of note is again, despite the fact that women have all of these options on these dating apps, they still funnel up to the top 10 to 5%. Why is that? Well, I think the answer is found in a lot of different red pill talking spaces. It's because these men are usually more attractive, these men usually have more status, these men usually have more resources. So these are just the first three tenets, let alone we can talk about different type of riz, life experience. These men probably are more charismatic because
It's
they've had
but
more
this can literally
experience. But some men,
completely be
well, hold on.
explained. It can completely be explained by the ratio.
But hold on. But even okay, it would actually be more damning for women if we look at the ratio. If there's a wider pool of men to select from, and women still funnel up to the smaller amount, we have to start asking, why are they funneling up when they have all these different options? Why aren't these women being promiscuous?
they
with the
can.
Wait,
vast
wait,
majority
because
of men
because
in
the
first
selective
place?
pressure is on the men there. If there's 10 men in a room all going for one girl and there's one girl there, why would you expect her to be like, wow, I can choose any guy I want. I'm gonna choose this fucking weirdo who's 2 out of 10.
Because
No,
she
she's gonna
likes
go.
having sex. What's the
She
problem?
doesn't need to choose the.
I
She
like
doesn't need to
having
choose.
sex, so I can
Hold
be
on.
with anyone.
She doesn't need to choose the random low-rated guy to have sex though, because she's got the pick of the litter.
But
because
she can have sex with all of them.
no,
Why
because
did she
women
funnel
don't
up
want
to
to. No, wait.
Because
No,
if
wait.
because
here's the
Tinder
funny-
Tinder
no,
works.
Can I
here's
shoot out?
important.
Wait, can I
This is
shoot
very
out?
important.
Am I allowed to
Yeah,
call it?
your shootout got taken.
Shoot
Oh,
out.
he's shot. Okay, that's
Stole
fine.
it.
Okay.
I
Going,
stole
though.
it.
It's
That's fine,
actually
okay.
extremely important, and in fact, it kind of proves the point that one, women are indeed shallow people. I think we can move away from this myth that women are not shallow. They are. In fact,
No,
if
they're
we
just
are
as
on
shallow as
Tinder-
us.
Exactly. No, if we're on Tinder and they're swiping based on looks, based on the profile, they're not asking about the man's character or virtue.
if
No,
you-
hold on.
if
If
But
you
they're
women
not
were
asking
competing
about
for
the books
you,
that he read. Hold
if
on,
women
hold
were
on, hold on.
competing for you and you had the same option, you would do the same thing.
Find the missing
It wouldn't
hunters.
matter if I would do the same thing.
I can't see, it's
The
fucking
question is,
dark.
would men do the same thing? That's not the question. The fact is, women are doing this thing. So it doesn't matter if men
Okay.
will do it too.
But that's
women
because
are
of the
doing it.
ratio, like
So
Destiny
that's
just
what we're
said. It's
talking
because of
about.
the
But
situation.
here's the problem. It's not just because of the ratio. Because as Destiny just said, they could just leave Tinder. Here's the thing, though. They can leave Tinder and they can still go to the bar, and a similar thing will happen. They will have men try to approach them.
Is
and they'll
this?
select the men
No.
that they want. So again, what are the metrics of which they select men? It's going to be physical attractive on one level.
No,
If you want to say
no.
it's not the most important, then
no,
that's
because
fine.
the
But to
Tinder
pretend
works
that
for
that
women
is
like a
not
shopping
No,
list.
no, 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 no.
Tinder
What-
works for women like a shopping
So,
list.
what's on the list?
It's inhuman.
on
You're
the
looking
list?
at men like men, okay? But when you
What's
go to
on-
a bar,
what are
you've
the
got 5 men
attributes on
there.
these men?
You've got 5 men there, and one of them's gonna charm you. But like on Tinder, you can like literally spam like forever, like look at like
No,
1,000 men in like an hour,
Here's what I love
and it's
about this.
literally like
This is what's interesting. You guys are actually trying to argue with me that women don't find men physically and sexually attractive. And what
No,
metrics
I'm not.
do they pick or select men? Okay, so you agree with that, right?
I agree that they find men
Okay.
sexually attractive,
All right,
but
then.
also
I
women have
agree.
the luxury of
Yes,
women
okay.
have the
Men are more
luxury
attractive.
of factoring other things into their equation, which is something I
Oh,
think
but
men
men-
should
Word.
start doing. Men should stop
Okay.
valuing women only by their appearance and start valuing them in a way that women value men, because women get a lot more out of that
This
deal.
is what I love about the incel conversation, because we love to pretend that men are just sexual beasts who only wish to have sex. That is not true at all. Men want to be loved by women. They want to actually have relationships with them. Why do you think when the courtshipping and any advice you guys give to young men, what do you tell them to do? You tell them to have confidence. You tell them to groom themselves. You tell them to look physically attractive. That's the first and foremost thing.
Where the
You
fuck
then go on to
are
tell
all
them
these
that they
goddamn
should have a nice
hunters?
personality. They should be
In here?
kind-hearted. They should be sweet. They should have chivalry. You tell these men more about their characters and virtue when you give them dating advice. Why would these men do that if they just want to have sex? If anything, would they not be like Destiny and just say, well, maybe you should just be, a sex worker and I'll just pay for it?
Blood.
Why is it
Alright.
that men go the route of trying to earn and court women if they simply just wanted to have
We
sex
just
with
jumped.
them?
That was a whole journey through like
We're
4 different
gonna-
topics.
Oh, it
Yeah,
was.
we're gonna try to get some other people involved real quick. Kidology, do you have anything you want to add to this?
I mean, it's absolutely fascinating hearing men telling woman how women think, and you know, it's. I think that's the most unattractive thing in a lot of these conversations, which men don't really appreciate because it's always reduced to
What
an
the
ultimate
fuck?
being about looks. But
I love when women tell me what they think is attractive to try to control me.
also
Once
not
again,
interaction.
leveraging their sexuality to kind of control men.
True, actually, based and not manipulative at all.
I mean, Kidology, you've said before that you identify as an incel. Is that still true?
Yes, I'm involuntarily celibate. Yes, but I don't blame anybody else for that except myself.
Wait,
Um,
wait.
Oh,
you're
there it is. A
involuntarily
fucking bounty
celibate?
board? That's not
No,
a
you're going down a
body.
whole rabbit hole.
You can't get laid.
No, I can't. I blame myself entirely.
Girl, I'm gonna
Nobody else
make
is fault.
tonight.
Oh no!
I'm
Jesus
stop. Don't go down
Christ.
this rabbit hole.
Make a Tinder profile with your face and like make a cute little bio, and I'm just gonna start swiping. And girl, I promise you, I can get you laid.
That happened.
Well, it's not about getting
incels did
laid.
that to me, actually.
Actually, let me help Kidology out here. I'm gonna help Kidology out here. I'm gonna come to her defense because this
I
is
was
the
going
defense.
What the
to-
fuck?
Oh, I thought you were gonna. Okay,
actually.
yeah.
No, it's not a
Where the
shit.
fuck are the rest of these guys, man?
When it comes to the incel conversation, we oftentimes reduce it to men just want to have sex.
I
And
can't
that's why
see
the very first
anything.
thing that you asked her, Lauren, was why don't you just go on Tinder? You can just swipe and you can just. But that's not what she desires. What she wants is an actual long-term relationship. As such
That's
is what a
not
lot of young
incel.
men want in the first place.
No, an incel implies like somebody who you typically a man, but somebody
Where's
who's
the bodies?
involuntarily celibate.
That's true. I actually think that it's a silly word, but I use it colloquially because you guys understand it. But the truth of the incel is that it is not simply I can't have sex. It's I want to have a relationship.
Colloquially.
Now, sure, there's some men that probably fit that. Of course, but
Colloquially?
that's not the main group of these young men. When you go and you talk to them, you find that they want to have long-term relationships.
Kidology, are you
Okay.
waiting until like marriage or love or something to have
Sorry?
sex? Is that? Are you waiting for marriage or love or something before you have sex?
Sack.
No, not necessarily. No, it just hasn't happened. So it's primarily to do with like my situation, my circumstances. I think the men that I interact with, my demographic, being a racial minority has definitely contributed to that. So yeah.
But you're
there's a lot.
hot. Shut the fuck up. What are you, like? I don't think.
I mean, it's not about how I look. It's about a lot more than that. I think this is one thing that incels also get wrong. They think that it's all about how they look, and that ultimately that's why they can't get, women in relationships. And a lot of it is about personality. It's about character.
The fuck?
Right?
I understand.
Where the
men
fuck-
having trouble getting laid, even if they're a good-looking man, if they have like a bad personality. Or
Why
if
can you
they're,
understand
like,
that actually?
Because women are choosier. However,
is it-
men
oh,
will,
based on
however,
what?
men will
Where the fuck
fuck
are
a hot piece of fruit. So you're
Find the
telling me
missing.
that you can't
Find the
get- I
lodge's
don't
missing
think that women
hunters.
could be an incel.
Okay,
That doesn't
where
mean- like, men
where
are
the fuck are these motherfuckers?
Well, I still think that's
Well,
very
yeah, but what you're
Gross.
saying is,
I mean, to
but
be
what you're
fair-
saying is
well,
that
no,
there's
no.
something's wrong
Go
with her,
left
and she
and
also
walk
thinks
straight,
something's wrong with
and
her,
then
so
But there's
after a
no-
mile,
Oh, I
take
don't
a
know. Jesse, men-
right.
men
I don't
look
fucking
good,
think
she's
so.
hot, and she's
That's
hot.
not true.
I'm looking
That's
for
not
like
true.
bodies,
First of all, that's what.
and I can't see
Go ahead.
them.
I'm sorry. Go on.
Sorry. I
You see,
mean, that's not true at
like,
all. I mean,
bodies
I think
everywhere.
For about 3 months, I was going out with this guy. Like 3 months up till now, I was going out with this guy. In terms of looks, I'm a lot better looking
Where the
than
fuck?
he is. And he ghosted me about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, because you wouldn't fuck him after 3 months.
Blood soaked. Yes, saw that one.
After 3 months, it's because. No, it's because.
Ah, where the fuck?
Very inappropriate.
Wait,
I pushed
did I go over here?
So there you go.
Let me see. I don't know if I
That
went
seems a little
and checked this
more
way.
detailed
I
than
probably
the,
did. No,
I've
I didn't go
already
down
been
here.
once. I'm not saying that there was like sort of like it developed into things, but ultimately.
Oh, okay, here we go.
relationships
I found it.
as
There, Jesus Christ, man. I found it. Thanks for the help
The
now.
problem I have with this conversation is the first mover, right? Well, there's actually two. The first is that young men always have to do like something like to change, right? And we assume that these men haven't done that and they haven't tried that. That's the first thing. But the second
wait,
thing is
you
we
do.
pretend that women aren't shallow in some areas. That women
do.
don't want men that are sexually attractive.
This actually brings something up, though, and something that get lost in this conversation because it is so male focused.
Oh my god, is this Pumpkinhead?
Among women,
Oh, it's a werewolf.
skyrocketing. It's a problem, and it's not gendered, right? I think it manifests in different ways between men and women.
Wait,
right?
hold on.
But women-
Wait, I don't think that's true. I
think
thought
it
that
is
over.
true.
I thought that
That's
over.
right.
I thought that.
I'll find you
I thought that
something.
over COVID, wasn't it something like wasn't it like over 50% of young men reported having less than one person, meaning 0 people to talk to during COVID? And for women, wasn't that number like 20%? Wasn't it way lower? And then I
But
think
they're
women.
both trending up.
Sure,
is
they
what
might
I'm
both be
saying.
trending
They're
up, but I think the
both
problem is
trending up.
significantly higher in terms of men maintaining fulfilling relationships versus women. That might
Oh
be
my
both
god, he
people.
turned into a
Both
huge
numbers.
fucking bear.
Someone to speak to doesn't mean the
Oh
relationship.
my god.
No, no,
All you said is
I'm
you're
just
the person to
speaking.
speak
This
to,
is
right?
from 2022. On a general scale, women have reported having higher
Easy
levels of loneliness.
pants.
So when
Easiest pants of my
how that
life.
translates into the number of women who feel lonely, I'm not sure. But the
Alright,
women
now
who
I gotta go
feel
ring the
lonely
belly
report
bell
Shoot the link in
thing.
chat. I'm curious.
higher
I'll read it.
level
Go.
than men.
I'm just curious. Shoot me a little.
Turn
Especially
this
the
into a
older
fucking
women. I
town.
mean, women over 50 are basically the most group of demographic of people, but nobody cares about them.
Well, I don't think that's even true. I'm pretty sure it's men that reach those
That is
ages
true.
because they kill themselves like greater than any other cohort. I think in the entire United States.
Put it
I don't know
around.
about maybe it's different in the UK,
You
but
should.
Oh,
That's
wait.
because men are more
It's,
successful at
okay.
suicide attempts.
No.
Doesn't
There's
mean
no
that-
town, I
That's
just
because men
turned
wanna
into
kill themselves.
fucking...
If you don't kill yourself when you try to kill yourself, it's because you don't want to kill yourself. Men kill themselves more because they want to kill themselves. It's
Well, no, it
that's-
also depends on the mental
Yay, we kill ourselves because we
they
want
die.
to.
Nobody that wants to die eats Benadryl. Okay, men kill themselves more because they want to kill themselves.
How do you know this? Do you
Well,
know what's going on
overwhelmingly
in a
it's-
woman's head? when she's-
Because I killed myself twice already.
Antidepressants, they know what these medications do. Okay, eating 10 Benadryl is not the way to kill yourself. If you want to kill yourself, you'll kill yourself. You'll find a way to do it. There's plenty of things in life that can kill us if you really want to die.
Men are better at a lot of things. Killing themselves is just another thing to add
Just
to
another
Yeah,
the
we
way
could
we
just argue
manifest
that
our
women are
masculinity.
so low IQ that they're
But
not.
but
gonna
but here's the thing. We
actually
keep
kill themselves.
obfuscating this one thing, right? So again, when it comes to the problem, we say it's really male focused and like men have to do like something. Now, another thing that really gets me about this conversation is there's so much pushback on the red pill when it quite ironically
The red
men doing the something.
pill.
And that something is working on the way they look, working on their
Oh
status,
my
working on
god,
everything.
nobody
This is the basic thing. Do something, and that is to
cares.
successful
Ooh.
women. Why is there so much pushback on any
Getting a case of when you
If it
deal
is
any
successful,
form of damage.
Chase, I agree with you for the
Stacking.
most part, which is why I agree with most of the red pill movement. Like a lot of it is about, getting your ass up, making more money, which means like going to get an education, getting a better
Stacking up to
job,
50.
working
Damn, I
out,
got max roll on that. We keep
whatever.
that.
But
This
where
one,
people
not
start
so
getting
much.
turned off is when they are going down the
Sell this
misogyny
other
route.
bullshit.
I'm slow to use that word, I really am.
Mhm.
But
but what we have there.
it is.
Yeah, do you
but
think-
Critical strike
right?
volume
People
damage.
are telling people to work out more.
Damage to
Do you
close.
think that
Damage
that's
over
the problem
time.
people have with the red pill movement? No one has that problem with I can talk to
Maybe.
people less than I know. They don't have a problem with giving men advice and how to better their circumstances. when it
I
comes to,
don't
like,
care, don't care.
Going to the gym or eating
Don't
healthy or
care
supporting
about
women.
this
That's
shit.
not the problem.
Okay.
The problem.
What are we
as
talking about?
Lauren alluded to,
Also, just a heads up.
Okay, okay,
Wait, I don't know if you
okay.
read this link you sent me, but basically this entire link is about how men are more lonely than women. Like, I don't know why you linked
Did I
it.
send you the wrong one?
Well,
Oh,
I mean,
hold on,
like, you
might have.
highlighted one
We've been
sentence that
through
seems
that.
to what you're
I'll
doing.
have to, like,
Sure,
that's
okay,
it.
sure thing, sure thing.
His point is that women are becoming lonelier too. He's made the point. It's
fuck.
trending upward, so.
I don't know where that data is. That might be the
Well,
case. I
you
just
might
don't-
have to give.
Okay, let's grab this and pull the aspect off that one thing.
But that makes sense because we're just all on phones. We're all isolated. Where the communities are disappearing. It makes sense that like the same reasons that there are more incels, there would be more lonely women. It's just that women are more in demand because men seek out women and women get
Extract aspect. Yes, this is a max roll. Yeah, bruh.
So it would appear
Extract.
usually people have an issue with the red pill.
That's
More
a
than
nice
that,
aspect.
the hypocrisy so-called high-value males who kind of use and disregard women. And as such, I disagree with them fundamentally. But that's more a moral issue. That's a virtue problem.
Okay.
What should you do when you become a man that's attractive to women? But again, my problem is whenever we pretend that we're not talking about becoming a shallow person that is physically attractive to women, and that these men here don't understand this, and that they're not trying and they're not failing in many different ways, and that there's nothing else that young ladies can do to kind of bring the scale back to balance. That
Fine, whatever, don't care.
The question is, why is it that the other half of the species, young ladies, shouldn't be trying to help young men? The other half of their species.
Young species.
This is what I think. I think men should
Species.
more with women and stop being so fucking stupid and just
Just stop being stupid.
Just try to fuck pretty 22-year-olds. No, try to take some fucking notes from women that are more selective, that don't just fuck like the cute fuck boy.
Cute fuck boy.
Skills and some experience. You know, you should have the same things about women. You should try to date women
Stupid
that actually
fuck
gonna,
boy.
like, not be a drag and actually make your life a little bit better because
You're a
there's something to
fucking
offer.
drag.
If this were the case, why do so many women constantly complain about the fuckboy or bad toxic relationships they have?
Fucking fuck
If
boys.
they're liking these type of men, wouldn't they all just be happy?
Whoa, what is that doing in there?
I had a lot of success on Tinder, but I hate Tinder. But I had a lot of success getting laid, but I never was able to find like
God.
actual relationships on Tinder. I was only able to find those in other places, but it was really easy for me to get laid.
Lead.
Yeah, sure, like women are fucking these like, cause I mean, when I was using Tinder a lot, I was absolutely like a fucking massive fuck boy. I don't even think I made my.
He was a massive fuck boy. Jesus.
If you were a massive fuckboy, why are you complaining you didn't find relationships? That means you weren't looking for them. You were just trying to.
Got him,
I started
nerd.
learning those skills once I stopped being a fuckboy on Tinder, you know.
So you think that okay?
That doesn't make any sense at all.
I just wanted to
Why
say
did
that
you
you
get
did
the exam?
I'm saying.
I also have sex. I would like to put that out there. I'd like to submit that to the panel. I am a sex haver as well, by the way.
Verified
Good.
sex haver.
I was saying that I was saying that women will fuck like undateable guys that are just like these fuckboys that are good at Tinder and they have Tinder game and shit, but they're not like relationship material.
Yeah, but the whole point of
just-
wait, when we say okay, I don't know, we're using these words right. When we say fuckboy, a fuckboy is somebody that misrepresents.
When we say fuckboy,
fuckboy.
Oh,
that's the whole point of being a fuckboy.
I was just like.
Yes, necessarily a fuckboy.
Okay, well, I wasn't lying about myself. I just wasn't like, you know, I was the user, not the keeper. You know. That was
5 more points.
Generally, when people refer to fuckboys, they're talking about people that are misrepresenting their intentions.
Boys.
Sex with women. It's a fuckboy isn't just like a promiscuous man. That's just a guy that fucks.
Okay, well,
I've never heard
well
that.
then it would make sense. It would make sense that.
What is this area? Dry steps.
On Tinder and shit, because it's easier to lie about yourself on Tinder than in real life.
I guess, but that would still preclude all the other things being laid bare.
Dry
Lie and say, oh,
steps.
I'm actually 6 foot tall, and it turns out you're like 5'3".
No, but you'll think about,
Probably
like,
this
if you're looking
here.
for in life, how many people you fucked, if you're ready to settle down, if you want to have kids, like stuff like that. Like these are things you're lying
I have kids.
Like, are women truly just?
He's a
being viewed by
fuckboy.
to discern who these men are?
There
None
is
at
an
all?
ability to discern. The ability comes with age and experience, of course. That's why all the rental guys want women that are 20 years old because they're too stupid to pick the fuckboys out.
Stupid
I actually think that's probably
fucks.
more being shallow than they're being too stupid to pick them out. Because
No,
the
that
question
is
is,
literally
what
verbatim
you've
what
just
they
done,
say.
Actually, what you've actually
You
just done is
stupid
fantasize women and just
fuck.
admitted they have a
Hold
lack
on,
of
yes,
ability
I
to
do- I
understand the type
infantilize-
of men who
yes.
aren't actually going to be the men that could be
Yes,
in
I
relationships.
do infantilize 20-year-old women because they are children.
Easy.
That is correct. Yes.
So 20-year-old women, at one point,
I'm gonna
20-year-old women are too dumb to pick up. So are 20-year-old men. But I mean, like, that's the reality. You learn as you get older, of course. What do you mean? I infantilize people that are late teens and early 20s. Yeah, of course. That's everybody. Yeah, of course. I was a fucking idiot when I was in my early 20s. Yeah.
oh, okay, but hold on. So then why are some people successful? and other people aren't? Like, we have, like, Ben
'Cause they
Shapiro,
fucking
he was
suck.
actually
I don't know.
when he was younger.
Ben
Why do
Shapiro's
we have
whole
some people
life.
who are able to get into relationships and maintain them?
Because Ben Shapiro's life is on rails, dude. Ben
Didn't
Shapiro
he
had
want
an
to be a violinist?
and he had an amazing family. She had an amazing family. They had an amazing background. They had good relationship training from their parents.
Okay,
They
I'm
had a whole bunch of
done.
a whole bunch of shit.
Oh, yes. Awesome. Great insight. Destiny. Great fucking insight. Awesome. Amazing. Thank you to everybody who stopped by and liked my channel. Please come by again sometime. I'm getting out here because I'm so tired and probably dead.